right, so if you're short on time, let's get to it. We're going to start at the front of our mat with some Sun Salutations to warm up before the fit workout part. And if that's already in your practice, you can go ahead and get that started. So just come to the front of your mat, toes together, heels slightly apart. We're going to stand up nice and tall in mountain pose, and then lift our arms out and up, stretching up nice and tall. Slight back bend if that feels okay, and hinge from the hips and fold forward. Let your head go. And then inhale, we're going to halfway lift, lengthening the back, shoulders together. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back into your plank. And just have a breath here. And then if you'd like, you can bring your knees down. Keep your elbows in, and we're going to slowly lower all the way down to our belly. Coming up into Cobra, we're going to lift and open our chest. And then press into your hands, tuck your toes, and shift your hips up for Downward Dog. You can pedal the feet out, first down dog of the day. And find some stillness and push into all 10 fingers. Look in between your hands, step, walk, or hop into your forward fold, and exhale, let your head go. And pressing into your feet, strong legs, strong back. We're going to go right back up and dive right back down. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders together. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step on back. You can bring your knees down again if you'd like, or stay with your knees lifted, elbows in, and slowly lower all the way down. Inhale to Cobra or Up Dog, and exhale, Downward Dog. Step, walk, or hop into your forward fold at the front of your mat. And exhale, fold. Press into your feet, come up, arms out and overhead. You're welcome to have a little toe balance here if you'd like. And then heels come down, hinge at the hips, and fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Step back into your plank. And take any of the modifications we just did. Or practice your chaturanga. Coming down halfway and rolling over your toes for Up Dog. And then hips come up, Downward Dog. It's okay if your heels don't reach the floor. And walk, step, or hop into your forward fold at the front of the mat. And exhale, fold. And we're going to come up with a strong back. Let's go through that just a couple more times. Inhaling up and exhaling, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back. Knees can come down if they'd like. Any version of vinyasa that you choose. Inhaling to Cobra or Up Dog. And rolling over the toes for Downward Dog. Look between your hands. Step or hop forward into your forward fold. Exhale, release. And coming back up, let's do 2 more. Just 1 breath per movement. We'll get it moving a little bit quicker. Exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step or hop back. Elbows in, lowering down all the way or halfway. Cobra or Up Dog. And roll over the toes, Downward Dog. Looking forward, step or hop into your forward fold. And strong legs and arms to come up. And fold. Last one. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step or hop back. Your version of vinyasa, lowering down. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale, roll over the toes, hips come up. Downward dog. You can always find some movement here. And then coming forward, step, walk, or hop into your forward fold. And this time, let's have a bend in our knees, tuck our chin to our chest, and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Your head will come up last. And reset in your mountain pose. Okay, now we're up to the workout part. So we're going to begin with jumping jacks for 45 seconds. So we'll just start in 3, 2, 1, and start jumping. All right, done. All right, you can take a little breather. We'll take 15 seconds to break, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise. Okay, so next exercise is burpees. If you're not super comfortable with the full expression of burpees, you can break it up into 2 parts. So you can start by doing a squat, coming up, and then bringing your hands down, walking your feet out, and walking your feet back up, and then coming up. So you can break it down into those 2 little movements. Walking out into plank, walking back up, and squatting back up. And fix your mic. All right, and then if you're comfortable with full burpees, you're gonna squat down, jump up, come down, all the way down into a push-up, jump back up, and jump. All right, so we're gonna do 45 seconds of that. On your mark, get set, go. Whew, all right, 15 seconds to rest. Okay, now let's just make our way onto our backs on the yoga mat for some ab work. And just a reminder, at any point you can either pause the video or take a breather whenever you need. So we're just gonna shift, come around onto our back for some ab tucks or ab tuck ups. So to begin, if you wanna just do a hold, you're gonna lift your knees up and bring your hands towards your ankles and lift your shoulders and your head off of the mat. So you could stay and hold here for the whole 45 seconds or try a tuck up, where you're going to extend your arms and legs, and then curling up from your chest. You're going to curl up and then bring your knees to meet at your chest. And go down and come up. So those are 2 of the options. So we'll start the 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, you can rest for 15 seconds, and then we're gonna come around into a plank position on our mat. All right, so our next exercise is gonna be a plank or some plank ups. So you can do a plank either up here on your elbows and your knees. You can do a full plank, shoulders over your wrists, up on your toes. And then if you want a little extra, you can do some plank ups where you transition in between the two, going to your forearms and back up to your hands. So whatever version works for you, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, good job. That's round 1 done. And we're just gonna do one more round of all those exercises. So you can check the computer screen for some reminders of the exercises and your timing. Have fun. All right, so now we're just gonna cool down for a couple minutes. Since you're already on your stomach, just make a little pillow with your hands and catch your breath. Let your head relax just for a minute. And if you're facing one way, you can switch on over, stretch your neck on the other side. And bringing your head back to neutral. We're going to take our hands behind our back, interlace them together, and open up our chest just to stretch our shoulders out. You can try and lift your arms up. And on your exhale, let them release, plant them beside your chest, and we're going to push back to child's pose. We're going to sit our hips down onto our feet and let your head hang. Using your fingers to push yourself back up, we're just going to come up to kneeling. Bring your knees hip distance apart, and then kneel up nice and tall, and we're going to step our right leg forward into a low lunge. If you want to add a little extra, you can raise the arms up, grab onto the left arm, and stretch up and over to the right side. Bring everything up nice and tall, frame your foot with your hands, and shift the hips back. Stretch that right hamstring. You can have blocks under your fingertips if you have trouble reaching the ground. And shift your weight forward, lift that back knee so you're in a lunge. And we're going to step right back into plank. And then let our knees come down and bring ourselves right back up to that high knee length posture. And this time we're going to step opposite leg out in front. Shift your hips forward. Same thing on this side. If you want to lift your arms up, grab a hold of that right wrist and lift up and over to your left side. Lengthen everything nice and tall, frame the foot with your hands, and shift your hips back. Let's shift everything forward, plant your hands, and we're just going to step straight back into our downward dog. Pedal it on out. And then bring yourself forward, knees can come down, and just take a seat. And then if you wanted to add in any extra poses, feel free to do so. And if you're all finished, you can take a nice Shavasana, or if you have to run, get on with your day. Thank you for practicing with me.